Have you ever stopped to think about everything your heart does for you? It beats in silence, asking for nothing in return. But what happens when it starts showing signs of exhaustion? The truth is, the risk of cardiovascular disease increases with age, but so does the chance to prevent it. And the best part? No medication, no miracle formulas. Sometimes, all your body needs is a little more water, a few minutes of walking, and a good night's sleep. It might seem like a small thing, but that's exactly what saves lives. This video is for you who feel your body slowing down, your nights less peaceful, and a certain distance from the energy that once felt so familiar. It's for those who look in the mirror and recognize the signs of time, but also feel, deep down, that there's still time to take care. Because yes, there is. At 60, 70, or even 80 years old, your body is still an incredible machine. It just needs attention, kindness, and consistency. Here, we're not going to talk about strict diets or crowded gyms. We're going to talk about what truly brings change. Quality sleep, regular hydration, intentional movement, and the calm that slows the heart. These are small, accessible, and powerful changes. And it doesn't matter where you are on your journey. Every mindful step is a step away from risk and closer to the life you deserve to live. Let's start at the beginning, by identifying what makes us sick without us even noticing. As the years go by, many routines become automatic. Waking up late, spending hours sitting down, eating whatever's around due to lack of appetite or time, sleeping poorly at night. Little by little, the body adapts, but that adaptation comes at a cost. The heart, that tireless worker, begins to feel it. And the worst part is, it often doesn't warn us. Cardiovascular risk rarely shouts, it whispers. It shows up as frequent fatigue, mild swelling in the legs, shortness of breath during simple tasks. And more often than not, these signs are dismissed, just part of getting older, they say. But what's really behind it is a dangerous combination. A sedentary lifestyle, dehydration, poor sleep, and accumulated stress. A silent equation that day after day weakens the heart's health. And before we know it, we're living on autopilot, accepting discomfort as if it were normal. But it's not normal to always feel tired. It's not normal to live in constant pain, or to be afraid of exerting yourself. And the good news is, if routine has the power to harm, it also has the power to heal. The question is, how do we flip that switch? How can we transform old habits without guilt, pressure, or frustration? That's exactly what we're going to talk about next. Because real change begins when we understand that it's never too late to start again. Maybe you've thought to yourself, it's too late now, I've let too much time pass. But that's one of the biggest lies we learn as we age. The truth is, even a slower body still responds with gratitude to the simplest forms of care. And it responds quickly. Taking care of your heart health doesn't require drastic changes. Sometimes, all it takes is the first step. Literally. Studies show that older adults who adopt small lifestyle changes, even after age 65, can significantly reduce the risk of heart attack, stroke, and other cardiovascular complications. We're not talking about miracles. We're talking about consistent choices, better sleep, more water, gentle movement, and more mindful breathing. Think of it as a reset button. Not to go back to who you were at 30, but to live fully at the age you are now, with more energy, less fear, and more freedom to do what you love. The change starts small, but the impact is deep. And you're not alone in this journey. Thousands of people around the world are rediscovering the power of everyday care. Now let's explore the 4 pillars that support this transformation. We'll begin with one of the most overlooked, and yet most essential: sleep. Few things are as underestimated as a good night's sleep. But sleep isn't just rest, it's reconstruction. It's during this time that the body regulates hormones, stabilizes blood pressure, reduces inflammation, and strengthens the heart. During deep sleep, the parasympathetic nervous system takes over. The heart slows down, blood vessels relax, and the body reorganizes itself. It's like a silent cleanup taking place. A process that, over time, reduces the risk of high blood pressure, arrhythmias, and even heart attacks. But what happens when sleep doesn't come? As we age, many people report insomnia, waking up during the night, or difficulty falling asleep. This doesn't mean the body has lost its ability to rest. It just means it needs a little help getting back into its natural rhythm. The good news is that small changes make a big difference. Setting a consistent bedtime and wake-up time, avoiding bright screens at night, keeping the room dark and quiet, wearing light, comfortable clothing. All of this teaches the body to relax. Morning sunlight and a calm evening routine also help reset your internal clock. Simple rituals like drinking warm tea, listening to soft music, or doing deep breathing before bed can prepare your brain to slowly shut down. It's not about sleeping more, it's about sleeping better. Because when sleep is restful, the body wakes up ready. The mind feels clearer, mood improves, blood pressure stabilizes, and the heart says thank you. And that's just the first step. Now let's talk about another small, and often forgotten, act that has a direct impact on the heart: drinking water. The human body is made up of about 60% water. In the heart, that percentage is even higher. Water is the vehicle that keeps everything running: circulation, oxygen delivery, blood pressure regulation. Without it, blood becomes thicker, the heart has to work harder to pump, and the risks increase, silently. Dehydration is common in older adults. That's because the sensation of thirst decreases with age. The body still needs water, but the internal alert system stops working properly. The result? Constant fatigue, dizziness, headaches, and most importantly, added stress on the heart. But there are simple ways to prevent this. Start by always keeping a water bottle or glass visible nearby, on your nightstand, the living room table, or next to the couch. Set gentle reminders on your phone. If plain water isn't appealing, switch it up with light teas, flavored water, or water-rich fruits like watermelon, oranges, and cucumbers. Hydration can also become a self-care ritual, a moment to pause, breathe, and care for yourself. You don't need to drink a lot all at once. The key is to sip steadily throughout the day, like watering a plant slowly. This becomes even more important on hot days, right after waking up, and before going to sleep. Think of it this way. Water is like oil for an engine. Without it, everything creaks, overheats, and wears out faster. With it, everything flows. Blood moves more easily, kidneys work efficiently, skin breathes better, and the heart works with less strain. You don't have to change the world. You just need to fill a glass. And step by step, begin creating a new pact with your body. Now that you're taking better care of your inner energy, let's talk about what happens when you start moving. Even if just for a few minutes a day. If there's one simple and transformative gesture, it's this: get up and walk. It doesn't have to be fast, long, or perfect. It just has to be consistent. The body was made to move. And when it stays still for too long, the heart feels it first. The good news is you don't need a gym, special clothes, or extreme goals. You just need a beginning. And that beginning can be today. Mr. John, 68 years old, spent nearly a decade telling himself he was too tired to leave the house. Until one day, watching his grandson play in the yard, he decided to walk 5 laps down the hallway. On the first day, he felt exhausted. The second day too. But by the 10th, he felt something different. Lightness. In 3 months, he was walking to the bakery and back. He didn't run. He didn't push himself. He just walked. Today, he sleeps better, feels less pain, and lives with more energy. Walking boosts circulation, strengthens the heart muscle, regulates blood pressure, and helps control blood sugar. It also reduces muscle stiffness, improves balance, and releases endorphins, natural substances that bring a sense of well-being. You can start with just 5 or 10 minutes a day, around the block, in your yard, inside the house, or at the grocery store. Play some music that inspires you. Invite someone to join you. Look at the sky. Take a deep breath. The secret lies in repetition, not intensity. Each step moves more than just muscles. It moves stories. The simple act of walking brings back memories, clears the mind, and broadens your horizon, even if it's just around the house. And if walking isn't possible right now, move in other ways. Stretch your arms, move your feet, stretch your body while seated. Movement is life. It's communication between body and soul. You don't have to run to protect your heart, but you do have to move. And now that the body is in motion, it's time to look inward, to what no one sees but deeply affects the heart. The silent stress we carry every day. Have you ever noticed how the body reacts when the mind is overwhelmed? The heart races, breathing becomes shallow, shoulders tense up. Stress, though invisible, deeply affects our cardiovascular system. It raises blood pressure, disrupts hormones, causes inflammation, and keeps the heart under constant strain. And the most dangerous part, it often builds up in silence. Worries about health, children, bills, the future, all of it piles up like tiny stones in the chest. But relief can also be silent. And it begins with pauses. Short, intentional pauses. Taking a few deep, calm breaths for 2 minutes. Looking out the window and noticing the daylight. Listening to a song that moves you. Placing your hands on your chest and feeling your body. This isn't wasting time. It's deep self-care. Simple techniques like abdominal breathing, guided meditation, gardening, or just writing down what you feel in a notebook can significantly reduce stress levels. It's not about erasing your problems. It's about teaching your mind not to carry them alone. Connecting with nature is also a powerful way to decompress. A tree, a flower, a walk outdoors. They can slow your inner rhythm and bring your body back into the present moment. Talking to someone you trust, laughing, praying, sitting in silence. All of this heals from within. Because when the mind slows down, the heart gives thanks. It beats more gently, more steadily. The body begins to reorganize. Caring for your mind doesn't require elaborate rituals. It requires presence. A kind look inward. A daily reminder that the world can wait for 2 minutes of peace. And when you begin to live more consciously, everything starts to shift. Sleep improves. Movement becomes easier. Hydration becomes a habit. You realize you're not just surviving. You're reclaiming control over your health. And at this point in your journey, something powerful happens. You discover that the heart that once felt overburdened now beats with more freedom. The heart is not just an organ. It's the essence of life pulsing inside you, silent, tireless, faithful. At times, it speaks softly, almost imperceptibly, asking for care, attention, love. It asks you to slow down, to take a deep breath, to allow yourself a moment of stillness. It asks you to value your sleep, to drink water, to walk without hurry, to look inward and calm your mind. It's not an urgent demand, but a constant whisper, one that, if heard, can transform everything. When you choose to listen to your heart, something changes. Fear of illness gives way to hope. Fatigue turns into energy. Anxiety makes space for calm. Every act of care is an act of self-love. Every small change, a quiet victory. Your age doesn't matter. Your past doesn't matter. What matters is now, the present moment where you can choose to embrace this transformation. And even on hard days, when the path feels too long, remember this: the heart is resilient. It adapts, it learns, and it blooms in the kindness it receives. You are not alone. This video isn't just information, it's an invitation. An invitation to care, to live, to love your body from the inside out. Because the heart that beats within you deserves all this attention. And so much more. We've reached the end of this conversation, but the beginning of a new chapter. To recap, the 4 pillars that can transform your heart health are simple, yet powerful. A good night's sleep, consistent hydration, daily movement, and caring for your mind. Don't wait for perfection, and don't expect instant change. This journey is built on small, steady steps. Every restful night, every glass of water, every minute of walking, and every mindful pause matters, and they all add up. You are not alone on this path. Many are discovering their strength, rediscovering the joy of self-care, and celebrating the small victories of everyday life. Remember, no matter how old you are, your body always responds when you offer it genuine care. This isn't a race, it's an invitation to live better, with more energy and less fear. Allow yourself this transformation. Be patient with yourself, and celebrate every act of self-love. Now that you know the way, it's up to you to take the next step. And I'll be right here, to support, to share, and to inspire. Let's walk this journey of care and life together. Now it's your turn. Which of the 4 pillars will you start putting into practice first? Share this video with someone you love, someone who deserves to take care of their heart too. Leave a comment with your experience, question, or motivation. Your story might inspire someone else. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more content that puts your health at the center of your life. Remember, taking care of your heart is taking care of the life that pulses within you. Start today, one small step at a time.